What's up, Traders Edge? It's Mark Sebastian, your only option. Today, I'm going to talk to you about what happened with the S&P and the Dow and the Qs and the Russell 2000. We'll look at the VIX and really break down what happened with the week that was and what has changed. So with that, let's dig in. Traders. So Friday, a little bit of a loser of what really amounted to a pretty darn good week. The S&P closed the week at 64.4980, so basically 64.50. It's about where we closed about on the 12th. All right, we had a little more on the 13th. That was the high close of the week. We closed at, actually the high close of the week ended up being yesterday, because I forgot the S&P did end up rallying throughout the day. But Friday, a bit of a seller, some money coming off the table. The Qs were down as well. The Dow did manage green, but that's because it's the Dow. It was really carried by one stock, United Healthcare. United Healthcare now being, not UMH, UNH. United Healthcare popped higher, about 11%. And that is what pulled the Dow higher. Big loser, Russell 2000, ended the week, up on the week pretty nicely, but gave away a lot of the gains from the 13th. Closed the week 227.15 IWM. I'm still looking for it to go to 240, but it might take a little longer. Why? CME. Fed watch tool and the Fed. In the last few days, we've seen the odds really change. The market went from we're definitely getting 2 cuts, maybe 3, to we're definitely getting 1 cut, probably 2, definitely not 3. That third cut is down to about 37% for December. And, they're at about a 16% odds that we don't get a cut at all. So that is what is really putting pressure on the market. Now, even with all that said, we had a pretty strong week. Last Friday, IWM closed at 220, closed the week at 227. It's a pretty nice rally. SPX, a little better, not as strong as IWM, but was below 6,400 and is now 64.50. So call it 1%, not terrible. Looking at crypto and gold, they all seem like they found a floor. Gold, definitely. Bitcoin did not have a great Friday, but it's at the 21-day. Watch on Monday to see if it bounces above that. Ether, which has been just absolutely incredible the last few weeks, might be time for that to roll over. It got a little overbought anyway. Looking at individual names, Amazon looked really strong this week, along with United Healthcare. On the downside, GE really looks like it wants to roll over here, guys. I think it's heading back to 250. All right, now let's roll the VIX. Closed at 1517. Down on the week. Actually, believe it or not, flat. We closed 15.15 on the 8th. We closed 15.17 on Friday. The futures term structure. Now, we do have Wednesday expiration for VIX options and futures for August. That spread between August and the cash, about normal. Spread between September and the cash, incredibly wide. That presents us with a real opportunity to potentially short this thing and make some real dough. I do like the market higher next week. If you look at economics, really nothing coming out, new home sales, durable goods orders, GDP first revision. PCE on Friday could be interesting. That's about the only thing worth looking at next week, really. It's all a bunch of minor reports. And we've got two earnings that I'm watching closely. Walmart, trading exactly $100. They're looking for about a 4% move. That's above normal. And the other big one I'm watching, PANW, Palo Alto. Trading about 177.40. They're pricing it about a normal move. Those are the two big earnings. Next week we get NVIDIA. That is going to definitely be one to watch. Folks, if you haven't had a chance to join Alpha AI yet, do it now. We just wrapped up an awesome boot camp week. We've got a trade on that we're tracking, and this is an incredible opportunity. The quarterly offer is going to be disappearing in the next day or so, so make sure you've joined. And if you're watching me on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and leave a question or comment, and I will get to it. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I am Mark Sebastian. I am your only option. Have a good one.